Hello and welcome to another episode of Not for Nothing. We are here in New York and we have some very fun topics for you today.
Okay, hit them.
So to begin, there's this movement that's happening, this trend, which I'm trying to get into, but I can't do it, of influencers just talking to their phones in the car.
Oh, I'm into it.
I'm into watching it. Every time I try to do it, I can't do it.
I almost want a car because I think it would make me take more content.
I mean, guys, everybody. Sarah got her driver's license.
That's right, baby. About the ride.
Peculiar Virgigo. But
I can't believe we didn't announce it until now.
It's surprise. It was an incredible achievement. We're so proud of her. So now the next step is maybe you just get rental cars.
No, I think I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to try.
Why?
Because I need it. I need to be able to get around.
Yeah, we'll have a side chat about. I talked to Ava about this.
Okay,
she
sounds great.
She's a car consultant.
Would love any advice I can get.
Her real job is not that, but
house car, but
yeah, but you may be better off. You need to check it might be better off renting something for a while.
We'll see.
Either way, so we should be expecting car influencer content soon.
I hope so. Toyota, look out.
First of all, Honda. Second of all,
okay.
You don't like my car?
I'm not against Honda. I just don't know much about it.
Yeah, you don't like my car?
Your car is cool.
It's great, right?
It's cool.
That's what you need.
We'll talk numbers after the pod. We'll do some crunching.
No, I'm trying to convince everybody to get the same cars.
Why is that?
I don't know. She's so cute.
Loyal. Porsche.
Yeah, it's a Honda HRV. If anybody else has one, let me know. It's just so cute.
I like it. It is nice.
It's a little more goofy than other cars.
I think it's cute. I really do. I'm with it.
That's why we'll talk. But either way, I want to get into it. I don't even know what I would talk about. Also, are you supposed to do it while you're driving or while you're parked? Because I can't imagine myself parking and chit-chatting.
Have you seen have you seen that one girl pulled over that literally makes her lunch in the car? Yeah. That's crazy.
I've also seen this one girl who just
can't
makes full-ass meals in her car.
I think that's who I'm talking about.
Who has a grill and shit?
Oh, I don't know about a grill.
Yeah.
She usually makes salads and
No, I saw this one girl, she's making hot dogs.
Is that the girl who was making all her stuff in her dorm?
No.
Oh, wow.
This is an older woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does she have curly hair?
Maybe. I forget.
We might be talking about the same person. I want to say Ashlovescondiments or something like that.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a new page.
Wow.
It's just her first 3 videos really blew up.
Wow.
But it's not.
There's also this guy on Long Island that he's blowing up too. He was trying out different food spots, but would take it to go and would eat it in his car and talk about it.
Yeah, I can't. Every time I would go to the Japanese supermarket and get hand rolls and stuff, I was like, damn, this is a good opportunity to do a haul, what I bought,
So smart.
And I never do it because I'm always first of all, I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
And this food is delicious, so I want it now.
Maybe you just need tints.
What do you mean tints?
Tints.
Car tints. I was for what?
Yeah, because I feel maybe that would be you're in a house by yourself,
Yeah, maybe I just need to find a good spot to do these.
I know some spots that can give you tints. I got you.
Yeah, maybe I'll get into it, do some DC car rants.
Imagine doing a get ready with me from the car.
But I don't really get ready.
Okay.
How much makeup do you that's what's so funny about the get ready with me
camera.
Yeah, it's okay, so I'm ready.
You're okay, I put on clothing which you didn't need to see that part, and now I'm ready.
I changed from my inside sweatpants to my outside sweatpants.
I'm ready. Yeah, I want to be an influencer who chats in their car, so I'm gonna go car shopping.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
That's great. Well,
my own content studio. Imagine it's a license has opened up a world of opportunity.
I know. I need to. Maybe I'll start. We can set a challenge.
I'm encouraging you to do it.
Maybe I'll do some this week.
That's a great idea.
And if you have fun topics that you want us to address while we're in our respective vehicles, let us know.
And if you have any car recommendations, let me know as well. I'm poor. Keep that in mind. Yeah. So I want to tell a story.
Yeah.
And the holidays are coming, so it's ugly sweater season, notoriously, for the tackies of the world.
And for the people who do Christmas.
Right. Well, no, it's more of a Festivus.
Now it's become more, but I feel it started with what
holiday photos.
Christmas photo.
Okay. Again, please excuse me for rubbing my nose all the time. It is allergies. So
Sure.
Ugly sweaters. In college, that was like the years where the ugly sweaters were thriving at first.
And then it was like fake ugly sweaters.
Exactly.
And that's what my sister has one too now.
So it's like a cute ugly sweater?
Yeah, but it's more of like a funny ugly sweater.
Okay, I love those.
It's like, it has a bunch of Star of Davids and it says like spin me like a dreidel.
I love that.
And it's just fucking hilarious.
So cute.
She was obviously wearing it to all the college parties.
I love that. So it was college, right? And me and my friends were like, fuck, we have an ugly sweater party. It was like for the club lacrosse team, which I was on with my roommate at the time. So we were like, okay, it's like a rugby lacrosse mixer. Like, we got to look cute, but also like look appropriate for the theme. And the themes were really important in college. Like, we stuck to them.
Yeah.
Especially in sororities and in clubs and stuff.
It was like really intense. You would actually spend money on outfits for parties.
You'd probably spend more money on the outfit than you did on alcohol that night.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like not paying for alcohol. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
that's like the point of going to these parties.
I agree. Totally.
But
it would come out of your sorority budget,
That's
honestly.
like what people don't talk about is the only reason you're like frequenting these dingy ass frats is because there's alcohol and you're not 21.
I never had that problem. I feel like we had
you could
a lot of corruption.
Yes, you can always acquire yourself, but it's just easier. Like you can't go to a bar the same way.
And like you could pay $5 at the door to get like unlimited jungle juice while it lasts. Versus having to pay per drink at a bar.
And like deal with the line outside and it's cold and the bouncer, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. So we heard that was a theme, ugly sweaters. And we're like, shit, where the hell are we going to find an ugly sweater like at the final hour? So we made our way to Target. And this was before like ugly sweaters were really like populating the shelves.
And before Target was like the fashion icon it is.
Right. So a lot of people were home making their ugly sweaters.
No.
Yeah, there was a lot of DIY happening in college. But like,
yeah, I know.
So much.
It's too much.
And we saw these Argyle sweaters that were actually cute sweaters. Okay. And there was a group of 5 of us. So what we decided to do, and we were so poor, we were like, we're returning these after the party. Yeah. So we were like, we came in a pack to the party, showed up. And because there were 5 of us, we bought 1 red, 1 green, 1 red, 1 green, 1 red. Okay. So we all showed up in the same sweater.
Yeah.
Which was our whole party trick of making it ugly. Yeah. And went to this party. Partied our asses off, and at that time my friends actually were commuters, so they were like sleeping in my dorm.
Yeah.
So there was like 6 of us at the end of the night, super drunk, laid out in our college dorm. And it was during finals week, so it was like we were partying hard before we went home for the season.
Yeah.
And
for the season.
Right. So we were partying hard, but we also still had finals.
Yeah.
So one of our professors was holding a like emergency test prep before the final. And we were like,
I never really went to in college.
Oh,
really regret, because now whenever my professors in grad school hold any sort of like, I'm there
100%.
I'm like, this is actually how you get good grades.
100%.
They're just gonna tell you whatever. That's how they're testing you.
Exactly.
So who's gonna show up?
Right. And that's like who's putting in the effort.
And they grade you differently.
100%. I feel the same way.
Which I was too stupid and drunk to think about when I was in college.
Exactly. But for some reason, I was dedicated. We were all in the same class too, so we were all dedicated.
That's when you're like a group in a class.
Yes, and we all knew like we had to wake up hungover the next day and make our way there. So the next morning, we were all so hungover that we just woke up in our sweaters and went to the test thing in our sweaters. Okay. Then what happens next is actually fucking crazy. So we're ready. We're all chatting. The class is like, "Oh, what'd you do last night?" We're talking about like our parties that we all went to, and our professor walks in the same sweater.
No.
Yeah.
From Target.
Yes. So that was like one of the best ugly sweater stories that I have.
That. And
there was a 6th person in the sweater.
Which was it in the correct order of alternation?
His was orange. So I will say it was red, green,
so
red,
party
orange. Literally. A party now.
And did they address it?
No.
Like, we have the same sweater?
But he was blushing. Like, I could tell that he was deeply uncomfortable that we were all in matching outfits.
Because maybe he was also hungover.
I don't think so. I think he was actually pretty sober baloney.
Oh.
But, like, and he was, like, actually very pissed at us because I remember a different class, same professor. He was so pissed because we had all been out partying and nobody was participating. In like the convo the next day. He was asking questions and no one was raising their hand, but like half of the class had like hickeys all down their necks. It was like obviously our freshman year where people are so unhinged and like not ready to like be in college yet. getting used to the independence.
What a
So
time.
crazy. That's my ugly sweater story.
I love that. On the theme of festivities, you were recently at a birthday dinner.
Yep.
And it brought up an important topic, which is when is it appropriate to sing happy birthday? And also, what are you supposed to do while somebody is singing happy birthday to you?
I think, you know, if you're the birthday person, you should expect that we're going to sing happy birthday at dinner.
I disagree.
I mean, it's like...
It depends, first of all, and this is in my older age where I've been able to get like some ownership of the situation. If you're at a restaurant with like just your close family, so a party of 4 or less, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it.
I think as the birthday person, that's like just the consequence you have to deal with. You're going out for your birthday.
Yeah.
Expect that we're going to get a dessert for you.
Dessert, yes, and it can have a candle, whatever. You don't need to sing the whole song.
I mean, but like that's what the staff is doing. I'm sorry.
No, if the staff is not doing it.
Oh no,
like
no, don't do
my
it.
My family does not need to take initiative.
But like, I think it's your family's job to tell the staff that it's your birthday. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but if like there's no singing, like it's a more quiet place, whatever.
I've never experienced that though.
Like
from
you know,
that side.
you don't want that.
No, I don't want it ever, but I would deal with it if it's my birthday.
But if they are putting on the fanfare, yeah, like go along with it.
Yeah. But what do you do when someone sings happy birthday to you? How do you act?
I dissociate until it's over.
I was gonna say that dissociation is like the only answer.
Who are you supposed to look at? Are you supposed to be on your phone filming or just sitting and receiving?
No, you don't film. Other people film.
Do you look at the... I usually just stare at the cake.
That's a good way.
I'm like, let me just look at this.
That's proper etiquette.
What, are you just supposed to stare at the person singing?
Nope.
In the eyes? It's
look at the candle. Contemplate what your wish is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about my wish.
I'm just thinking of how long till the song is over usually.
It's so bad. It's so uncomfortable. It's like the worst minute of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, not the worst, but like it's very uncomfortable and awkward. And especially when it's just like in a small group, it's even more uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a work setting and somebody like brings you a cupcake or whatever. I'm like, you don't need to sing.
Oh my God, work setting is the worst.
Like, don't sing.
Bro, I'm in full agreement.
Like, there are time and places where it's appropriate.
Yep. I was even just thinking about it, like having someone sing to you.
And I hate the people who like think they're good singers that are like creative spin.
If you add vibrato,
I don't need
a happy birthday.
No,
you are a sick individual.
Literally, just who are you doing this for?
Right. You want to stand out as the singer of the group.
It's so uncomfortable.
It's really, really weird.
So we're an anti-happy birthday singing crowd.
100%. I want to talk about an experience I had the other day at the hair salon.
Yeah.
So, the woman looks at me and she goes, "You look so young." She's like, "You have a lot of gray." And I'm like, "Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I know. That's why I'm here."
And also, yeah, like, why do you think I'm here?
Right. She's like, "How old are you?" And I was like, 30. And she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "That sucks because you can't even save your money." I was like, wow, you're right. But that hurt.
It hurts.
That hurt.
Luckily, I haven't been going gray, but I do like my hair's falling out.
Okay, you know, you win some.
And it worries me because my dad is like pretty much bald, and I'm like, ugh, did I get his genes?
And I actually do think it runs on the paternal side.
I know, but I'm worried. Like, I know that we're very alike in personality, but are we also alike in hairstyle? Because I mostly look like my mom, but she's not losing her hair.
You know what? We'll do more hair masks.
And I think it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll rock it either way.
Exactly. So recently in the news, there like, and I don't know about the news, like this was, semi-recent.
Yeah.
A woman was called out on TikTok for being on a date where a guy asked her out for drinks, and he asked her out for drinks, but then she ordered 48 oysters.
Yeah.
Which is multiple dozen. 12, 24, 36, 48. 4 dozen.
Not baker's dozens.
Right. 4 whole fucking dozen. I'm sorry. I've probably at most in one sitting maybe have come close to eating a dozen by myself.
Yeah, that like people are so shook by they're like, oh my God, it's like such a unhinged behavior on a date. I'm mostly like, are you well?
No, like I don't think after eating that much raw food.
My recent take on oysters is that, and it might be extreme, is that I truly believe that with climate change going on right now, like the waters are just like getting much warmer than they used to. The temperature is warmer, and like there have been more cases of people dying from eating oysters.
Raw oysters.
And so I'm just probably good on that for a while, honestly.
I was at dinner the other night. My friend said the same thing. And I was like, you know what?
I think this summer
it
was the last time I think I'll probably have some, because I can't not think about it. And so it just makes me like paranoid, and that's...
I 100% agree.
And again, I think
baked clams.
That I do love. Or I don't know if you've ever had like a creamed scallop situation. Like it's a...
No, I don't think so.
Good.
It sounds great.
But yeah, I can't do it. I love them. I also don't think I've ever eaten more than 12.
No, I don't
like,
more than 8,
like
honestly.
You have like maybe 2 that you've ordered for the table, and it's a few, like maybe, 12 you're like at $1, like at those happy hour places that we used to go to back in our working girly days.
Let's think about how expensive that would be. Let's say they're on sale for $1, maybe 2 at this spot.
$50 about, like
$50 in oysters.
That's a lot.
Which like you can rack up in a group, of course, even if they're like $4 an oyster, if they're the fancy ones, maybe $6
per person at like a nice spot, like, and the guys or the person's taking you out. Like, okay, it's not that. I was more shocked by her health than I was by the amount. Also, it's this girl slurping.
So much slurping, so unnecessary. Like, get your fork to release it.
My dad never let me so my parents don't like oysters. And partially because my dad got really bad food poisoning from it when
alarming. Yeah, I could see the trick.
Because once you get it, it's like horrible.
Right.
But like sometimes like they introduced me to them even though they didn't like them. And I'm obsessed.
I love them.
But they will never let me slurp.
It's gross.
They're like, we don't want to hear that sound. Like they brought you a fork. But I'm like, but it's so fun.
And like, why would you record yourself doing that? Like to flex with someone.
It's honestly a fetish, I believe.
Has to be, right? But the whole point of this is you were on a date and you were asked to drinks. And you went above and beyond and ordered way beyond that. And after she ate the 48 oysters, she was like, I'm not finished. What am I going to eat now? And ordered 2 more plates of food.
What did she get?
Other things, crab cakes and some other shit. But I'm like, dude, you're going to become a fish.
Like the mercury level
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's before the brain eating amoeba.
Yeah.
If that's the right way to say it. Amoeba.
I think. I forget. It's spelled so weird.
But like, I just wanted to know, AMOEBA.
Yeah.
Right? I wanted to know, like, what is like your worst date story? Like, do you have anything like similar that can compare to the 48 oysters where someone was like just totally inappropriate?
People haven't been inappropriate with me that much. I've had 2 very weird date experiences in my life.
Tell me about it.
One was at a bar that I was at, and they had this really fun thing with the coaster where you could like write like, meet me in the bathroom, meet me outside. I don't know if I told you about this story.
I don't think so.
And one of the options was like, fill in your number and you like drop it at someone, like, let's have a date. And this person was much older, maybe like 40s, maybe late 40s, early 50s. And I didn't really want to go, but it was like part of the story. Like it was fun.
It was for the lore.
And like I was bored, like I was younger. I was going to bars still. And I went on this date, found out he was divorced with a kid. And like has an art studio, but his art specialty is like these very realistic baby sculptures.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not coming to that studio. But he did get me 2 tickets to this really cool art show that was going on that like would have been very expensive. And I ended up not going because I was like, all interactions need to cease.
Yeah.
Like,
we're going to cut this off at the source.
Like, I know that you're texting me after this date with the tickets because you want to make sure I'm going to be there.
Right.
I actually never want to see you again.
Right. Got it.
Less because I don't like you, more because I'm scared.
You just brought a good idea to my mind that I had completely forgotten about. I once went on a date with a much older artist as well.
Wow.
And he didn't
canon event.
Right? Everybody has to go through at least one.
Yeah. But you need to exit the situation.
And I did. Yeah. It was prompt. This guy, instead of making, what did you say, realistic baby dolls, he drew portraits, hyper-realistic portraits of pets.
Weird.
So weird.
Brooklyn.
Hopefully you don't know him.
I don't think I know him, but I think I know of his work.
It's possible. Like, he's pretty big.
Because my friend was like looking for a portrait done of a pet.
Hyper-realism.
In Brooklyn, yeah.
But he actually put me on to like some really great artists as well. I went to a gallery, but by myself, because it wasn't like you needed tickets to it.
Yeah.
It was Mark Ryden,
cool,
who also does hyperrealism, and it was like really dope. And I've become like a super fan of their whole family. So since then, I guess that's what the date brought me, but we ceased communication after that as well.
Which is important.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the weirder ones I've done, it wasn't like a full-on date. It was somebody I like met at a discotheque.
Oh.
And there was some canoodling involved.
So fun.
And we're like leaving this place. It's like very early in the morning, like maybe like 5 or 6.
Baby.
Unhinged behavior back in the day. And I was with my friend, and he's trying to like get me to come back with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is not gonna happen. But my friend mentioned that she's going camping and she needs a tent. He's like, I have a tent. Like, let's go back to my place and get it.
You're like, okay, the 3 of us will be going.
Yeah, and so we literally went, the 3 of us, to get the tent and left.
It's hilarious.
And he was like, oh, okay, so like I'll see you around.
You're like, yeah, well, I'll let you know when we're done with the tent.
Yeah. And then I never texted him. Like we like texted for a bit, like trying to like on and off, trying to like get drinks or whatever. But I was like, no, I'm really not interested. And he was like, okay, but like, is your friend gonna give me the tent back?
And you're like, I'll let you know.
So I just put them in touch. I was like, you guys can come.
Did it get returned?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But I was like, we're good.
That's the epitome of taking one for the team.
It was incredible. It was unhinged.
I love that. I love stories like that so much.
And I honestly feel bad. Like, that was kind of...
You didn't even use the tent.
No.
That wasn't for you. Whatever.
But
he offered the tent.
He offered. I'm like, you can't
Boundaries.
offer a tent and then backtrack.
Also, it's 6 a.m. Whatever happens here stays here. You got your tent back. Be grateful.
It's been a weird time. Like, I can't believe his roommate, when we came in, was like, what is going on here?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, we're all...
And you're like, why are you awake?
Why is any of this happening? But let's just go with it.
Oh my God.
And so on that lovely note, this has been a pleasure. We can't wait to see you again soon.
You could find us every Tuesday at our Not For Nothing shows. They come out every Tuesday wherever you watch or listen to your favorite podcasts. Follow the podcast on social at Not For Nothing Pod across all platforms. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, I don't know, whatever, everywhere. You'll find us. You know our logo. You can find me at How Can I Help You? Where can they find you?
And you can find me at Natasha PRZ or Pussyweed.
Thanks again. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.